Alright, thanks for coming to my tutorial today, you guys. We have a very exciting one today. I'm going to teach you guys how to do something like this. So I'm going to slow that down for you. Teach you guys how to do the muzzle flash, the gun blowback, and then the bullet shell. I don't know if you guys could see that. The bullet shell ejecting out of the clip. Everything is done in After Effects. Everything is free, or using Google Images, like for the smoke. And the best part about this is when you make your muzzle flash, it's going to be pre-keyed, so basically you'll have it again to where you can kind of copy and paste it into your movies, kind of like Action Essential 2, if you guys are familiar with Video Copilot. So here's what we're going to be making, and actually this is an Action Essentials 2 one. So you see the initial muzzle flash and the smoke, and then this is what we'll be making. So there's our muzzle flash, and then the smoke kind of wisps away. Alrighty, let's close out of these and get going here. So what we're going to do is, in After Effects, go to New Composition. You can name this comp whatever you want. Background, I'll name it. I have mine set at NTSDV 720 by 480 pixels, about 30 frames a second, and then 5 seconds long with the background color of black. Already fit that up to 100. Turn this off. Okay, and one thing I like to do, let's go here, is I just kind of Google searched a side view of a pistol, just kind of as a reference point to where the flash is going to be coming out of. Basically, I just put that pistol off to the side, make sure the muzzle flash will be somewhere in the center of the video. Go to Effect. We're going to key this, just a quick color key. Keep in mind that this pistol will not be in the final shot, so you really don't have to do very good of a job. Actually, let's go to Edge Feather. There we go, that looks pretty good. Okay, you're going to want to highlight the composition, go to New Solid. This will be a white solid. Make sure that it's all the way in this top left corner there. Hit OK. Make sure it's your comp size as well. Highlight the white solid. Hit T for opacity. Bring that down so you can see your gun. Highlight this pen tool right here. And this is going to kind of trace the muzzle flare or muzzle flash around the gun. Alrighty, that seems okay. Up that. You're just going to have this white muzzle flash shape. Let's see how that looks. Actually, that's not too bad. You can kind of rearrange the points. Try not to make it too uniform, because then it kind of looks kind of cheesy. Alrighty, that looks okay. Next, with this white solid highlighted, you're going to choose Effect, Blur and Sharpen, CC Radial Fast Blur. Okay, and then what you're going to do is click this center point and put it right back in the barrel of the gun. Now what this does is, wherever the center point is, the blur is going away from that. And since all of our action is in this plane, the bullet's going to be firing in this plane, we kind of want that right in the center of this barrel. Alrighty. Now after this, we're going to go to Effect, Stylize, Glow. Go down to this color B, make it a orangey color. That's not bad. Composite Original on top. Color channel is Alpha Channel. Okay. Basically, you want to play around with the glow intensity, glow radius, and glow threshold to get the desired result that you want. Keep in mind that I know sometimes when I first started with these tutorials, I had the exact same number value as the one I was watching. Keep in mind that everyone is different, so you might want a different result, different effect. This seems about good right here. 63% for the glow threshold, glow radius, right around 81. Yeah, 81 to 84, and glow intensity right around 2. Okay, now for our last effect, you're going to go to Effect, Distort, Turbulent Displace. Alrighty, turn down the size a lot. And this kind of gives it its fiery look. So these basically are just going to be playing with the amount, the size, and the complexity. Okay, that's pretty good right there. Remember, the size is how much it gets displaced. And the amount is how much displacement there is. Okay. Alrighty, that doesn't look too bad. Okay, so for this next step, basically what you're going to do is you're going to drag this time bar right out to 1 second. Okay. With the white layer selected, you're going to drag this beginning point. Okay, right at 1 second. And drag this endpoint all the way over so it's 1 frame long. Basically what we're going to do is hit Control D for duplicating it and do it 2 times so you have 3 of these layers. Select the middle one, bring it a frame before the first one that we did, and then select the lower one and bring it 2 frames before. Okay. So what we're going to do with this one is this one's just going to be the initial spark coming out of the barrel. Let's see, you want to go to Scale. Bring that down. You could turn off the mask right here. Maybe bring that up just a little bit. I like to do it right around the size of the barrel. That looks pretty good right there. Okay, if you want to hit page down, just go to the next flare. This one's going to be not quite full, but almost there. So bring the scale down. Let's go right about there. And since fire is random, what we're going to do is go to Turbulent Displace and just change the evolution, this circle right here, a little bit. Just as long as it's different from the next one. So, there you go. So they're just a little bit different. It's starting to look pretty good. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go check that out in the render. Okay. Alrighty, let's get started on our smoke. Now for this smoke part, what I did is took a Google image. I just searched like smoke cloud and this is what I found. But what you're going to want to do with your smoke cloud image is drag it into this new comp button right here. There it is right there. And keep in mind all of these image links that I use are in the description of the video for you guys. But basically what you're going to want to do is take this pen tool and just kind of cut out a shape in this smoke. Not really in this blue area, but more so where it's just full on smoke to where you can't see any part of the sky. Okay, so I always make like a weird kind of caterpillar-like shape, but you guys can do whatever, just kind of toy around with it. Kind of bring it to the center. What you're going to do is go over to Mask, feather that out. Once again, if you want to turn this out just to kind of see what it looks like. Okay, that's pretty good right there. And one last thing, I'm gonna go to Effect. I'll make sure this is highlighted. Effect, Distort, Turbulent Displace once more. You're gonna kind of want to toy around with this so it makes it look like the smoke is kind of slithering around. Amount, size. Once again, you could play with the complexity if you want. Don't do it too much to where it's weird looking. Yeah, like that. You don't want that. So complexity relatively low. It's not bad. And make sure it's not too high to where you're going to see like smearing of the smoke. There we go. And I always test it using this evolution thing right there. Okay, what you're going to want to do is go down here, go to Effects, Turbulent Displace, go to the evolution and set the keyframe by clicking this clock. Bring this all the way over to the end. And for this end one, you're going to up this one, the beginning 1. So it's going to do 1 full revolution around this. And what that's going to do is just kind of make it wisp around like how smoke would. Okay, and if you don't like that, you could always go to the end and increase this amount a little bit. That's pretty good. Okay, so go back to your beginning one and go down to where you have the biggest muzzle flash. Bring in this composition, the same one that you use to edit your smoke. Set it underneath the last white solid and just above the pistol. You could turn this off just to kind of see the position. That looks pretty good. Turn these back on. Go to the pen tool, and basically what you want to do is highlight a shape right around this muzzle flash. Boom. Okay. Okay, so once you guys made your mask, go down to the frame just after the big muzzle flash. Hit mask and feather it out just a little bit. Just a little bit so you don't have those hard edges. And then what you're going to want to do is keyframe the mask feather, the scale, the position, and we'll do mask expansion as well. Alrighty, and then you're going to bring it about 2 seconds later and hit the keyframe button for all of those. Okay, we'll start with the scale. Bring the scale up just a little bit. And then move the position over. So there's scale and position. Then what you're going to want to do with the mask feather, actually mask expansion, we'll do that first. Expand it just a little tiny bit and feather it out to where you can't see it anymore. And if you could kind of still see a little bit of smoke, what I like to do is just highlight mask opacity, bring it back about a second, mask opacity again, and then go back to the last frame and make it 0 so you won't be able to see it. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then for the last step, go to where the muzzle flash is the highest, or the biggest I should say, and drag your smoke layer start to right when this starts. Alrighty, let's take a look. Let it render. That looks pretty good. Okay, so to render this, you guys, first you're going to want to take your pistol and get it out of there. And basically what you're going to be ending up with is this pre-keyed version of your muzzle flash. So with this composition selected, the one with both your muzzle flash and your smoke, go to composition, add to render queue. This part's important, so what you're going to want to do is go down to QuickTime, Format Options, Animation, 100% quality, Channels, RGB plus alpha, red, green, blue plus alpha, millions of colors, and pre-multiplied or matted. Hit OK. Output 2, we'll save this as Muzz5 and render it. Okay, so we'll see how this works or how this looks. Just going to bring this in here so we have a background so we can know if it's keyed or not. There you go. Your own pre-keyed muzzle flash with smoke effect.